Feel great. It's a lot better feeling coming off a win than when you lose, especially winning before the bye week. Like that's huge. Then you just have all the momentum and you feel good just getting a little bit of a break. And we're working today, working tomorrow, but it's been good. It's been awesome. So
how much does that help your confidence and then the whole team's confidence?
I think it helps a lot. I think that win came at a great time. Obviously, we would have liked to win one of the other or a few of the other ones, but right before the bye week, I think, like I said, you get a lot of momentum going into it. You got a chance to get your bodies right. We got a lot of guys banged up, so we have, I guess, how long is that? Like 2 full weeks before we play again. So we got a lot of time, which we need. So it's perfect, and it just shows that no matter the situation, like we had some guys out, we can still find a way to win. So that's what it's all about, and to see that carry over, and for us to actually finish the game and pull it out, that's huge. And you have that confidence that if we prepare and we play 4 quarters, we'll be in a position to win, and we've proved that we can do that, and just trying to do that moving forward.
Over the bye week, how much time do you use just kind of relaxing and getting away from it, and then when do you flip the switch to Seattle?
Yeah, I think especially maybe a little bit today, but especially tomorrow, you start on Seattle and you start looking at some stuff, but physically it's really like we'll kind of run around tomorrow and just loosen it up and make sure everything's good and light practice, but then after that is just taking time to get your body right. But mentally, I'm going to start on Seattle, but then I'm going to take a few days off and just kind of get away from it because we're getting ready to go on, I guess, an 11-game stretch. I've never been a part of a season that long, so that's like a whole college season, and we've already played 6 games. So just getting prepared for that, and I think that'll be a big thing. It's just as much mental as it is physical. So just trying to make sure I'm ready to go on this run, and then I think we're in a great spot though with the guys and how we've prepared, and I feel great about it. But yeah, we'll start on Seattle today and tomorrow, and then everyone will be off the rest of the week, and guys will kind of do their own thing. A lot of the vets have their own routines that they do, but I think it's just making sure your body's ready to go, so you can't just lay around for 5 days, but you also gotta take a break. So that's what I'm gonna do, but just find the balance in that.
How big was it to have a guy like Tyler Shatley in there?
It was awesome to have a guy that can come in and just he's always ready. A guy that's really durable too. Like he's not really ever, knock on wood, never hurt or anything like that, and just really smart. He's a guy that can come in and obviously like I said last week, Brandon's a great player and we obviously miss him, but Tyler is like I couldn't ask for anyone better to come in there and lead the guys up front. Really smart, make the calls, and just me and him communicating. I thought we communicated really well during the game. And Miami did a lot of different stuff that they threw at us that we weren't necessarily expecting, and the way we were able to adjust on the fly and really make in-game adjustments I thought was great, and our communication was awesome. So super happy with the way he played and directed traffic up there.
Was it funny to see the fan that ran on the field wearing a Shatley jersey?
Yeah. Was it a Shatley jersey? I didn't even know. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Oh my, that was so weird. I thought it was like staged at first. Like how sometimes before games they do like the staged weird like whatever. I thought it was because everyone was just looking at this guy. Like the refs didn't know what to do. The security was like over by the wall. Like they didn't know what was going on.
It's like the punter bowed up on him a little bit.
Yeah, he was. I think Logan was kind of mad. No, but that was cool. Definitely, I'll remember that. It was weird.
How do you feel you made the biggest jump from the last couple of weeks?
You like what specific area of my game? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
I think a few different things. Obviously, I'm playing more consistent, taking care of the ball. I think it's the biggest thing. But beyond that, it's just situationally, I feel like I've done a really good job the past couple weeks. Even the one at the end of the game, like just stuff that I've learned from the first 5 games, and that like we had to execute perfectly to win that game against Miami, or at least we would have gone to overtime, and then we would have had a chance to win it in overtime. But to win it right there at the end, like you had to execute perfectly. We had 5 seconds left. All the stuff we've practiced, and to put that into play, you have a lot of confidence coming out of that. Like we executed the situation just like we wanted to, and made the game-winning field goal to end it. Like that's always the best feeling when it works out just the way you practice. And so that's huge. So I would say turnovers in situational football I've gotten a lot better at, and I think I'm more accurate, giving our guys a chance. And I think you just see the offense clicking more and more, and we're really putting together some good games, and we're just going to keep getting better.
That drive at the end of the game, your first time in the NFL in that sort of situation, and I mean, you got to make a throw with 5 seconds on the clock that you know has to be quick. Was there ever any nervousness at all there? Darrell Bevell kind of talked about how poised you were in that moment and how some rookies aren't necessarily that poised. Was there ever a moment where you're like, oh, crap, this is going to be?
No, I mean, the only time I was like kind of shaking my head a little bit was the first 2 plays, and we just were going backwards. I'm like, oh gosh, we're trying to like get in field goal range, and we lose like combined 10 yards in the first 2 plays. Obviously, that's not how you want to start, but no, I never had any doubt, especially when we got that call on that 4th down. Like, it was great. 3rd down, I think it was 3rd and 18, 3rd and 20, something like that. And we got an easy completion for 10 yards or 12 yards to put us back kind of to where we need a little bit more to get the field goal. And then we were kind of going back and forth deciding what we wanted to do. And when the call came in, I had no doubt that it was the right call, that we'd executed. And especially when I saw the look from Miami, I just knew I could fit it in that window and kind of tell LaVisca where to go with the ball, throw it a little bit low so he can get down quick. And it was perfect. Got 1 second left, so that's all we needed. So it was awesome.
What did it mean for Marvin Jones to give you the game ball after that game?
Yeah, it was awesome. Obviously, I have a great relationship with Marvin. He's a guy that I've been able to lean on, and just such a dependable guy. Makes plays, but also just his work ethic and being around that ever since I've gotten here. And I guess it was May. It's been cool to see, and just a guy I respect a lot, and I've learned a lot from. So that meant a lot. And then just the whole group on offense, seeing everyone. Yes, a few of us had some big games, but seeing everyone contribute in key situations, LaVisca, Marvin, J-Rob, Ag, the whole O-line, Will Richardson had to come in and play guard. Seeing all those guys have an impact on the game, and really just shows that you need everybody to win, and it's cool when that works the way you want it to.
What have you seen from Jamal Agnew the last few weeks as he's kind of gotten a bigger role?
He's just a guy that can really do anything, and it's so valuable to have a guy like that on offense, and I mean really anywhere, but he can do special teams, and then to come in these past 2 weeks and play our slot position and just not skip a beat, make big plays. Both games, he's made a huge impact the past 2 weeks, and I guess even in Cincinnati we had to come in the middle of the game, so that one too. Just a guy that's really versatile, and he'll help us a lot because you can do so many different things with him, and I'm glad he's on our team. He just helps us so much.
Is it kind of hard to believe he wasn't even a receiver a few years ago?
Yeah, it is. Just his natural feel for, creating separation, getting open, understanding concepts and adjustments, all of that. He's just a really savvy guy that just knows how to get open and can play. When you have him out there, you just know he's going to make a play. And as a quarterback, you got a lot of confidence when you have a guy like that.
So what did Christian Wilkins say to you then?
Oh, man, a lot of stuff. I don't even remember. He kept taking my towel. That was the main thing. He took like 3 of my towels. I tried to tell the ref on him, but he never saw him. So, no, I saw him after the game, gave him my jersey and all that. So it was good. But, yeah, I'm definitely glad we pulled that one out. I wouldn't have heard the end of that for a while.
That was your first win, but for some of the guys in the locker room, this is their first win in a long time. Can you see a different level of confidence just from some of the guys in that room now that they've got, for some of them it's only their second NFL win that have been here for 2 years?
Yeah, I think it's one thing to say you have confidence and you can kind of keep telling yourself that, but at some point you need some evidence, like this thing's turning around, what we're doing is working, we're getting closer. And you could see that on the field, but at some point you got to get a win, and it kind of solidifies like everything we're doing this the right way, and we just got to keep putting our head down and going to work. And I think that was the biggest thing coming from this game is, like I said, it just shows if we prepare, no matter who's out there, like we're missing a lot of guys, a lot of our key players, but if we prepare and play a full 4 quarters, we don't have to play perfect, but just keep playing and make the big plays when we need them, like we'll have a chance to win any game we play in. And to win a game like that, you just have so much confidence because you've actually done it. It's one thing to say you're confident before you've done it, and you can be a little bit, but we know we've done it now. So just building off that will be big.
People talk about the game slowing down so much that it becomes kind of a cliche. But do you feel it after 6 games?
Yeah, I would say, I don't know if slowing down. Yeah, I guess you could say that's the term. I think it's just more you start to understand what defenses are doing because you see looks, but all these looks get recycled from team to team. They might do it a little bit different, but once you see all these different things, like you can always go back and remember, okay, I saw this week, and this is kind of how we adjusted, and you have that bank of just things that you've done to figure it out. So that's one thing. And then I think for me is just that's part of taking care of the ball too, is just seeing everything sooner and being able to put the ball in a safe spot and get the ball in our playmakers' hands. And I think that's what I've done a way better job of the past few weeks. Maybe not taking quite as many shots downfield. You're still going to mix some in, and you got to stretch the field, but also just getting the ball to our guys for 5 yards and letting them run for however many, making a play is huge. So our guys have done a great job.